Whoop, there it is. This is how I invest in the future using cryptocurrency. You may have seen my video on how I break down my investing portfolio, and this is my current crypto investment strategy, how I funnel the usually about 11% out of my total investments into crypto, how I break down that 11%. Put the majority of my crypto money into Bitcoin. Then following that is Solana and Monero. And after that, we have some stable coin liquidity provision in Polkadot, buying some Kaito and staking it, which is information finance, and then also Hyperliquid, about 6% there. Now, why I put 60% of my crypto investments into Bitcoin? You may have been told before, at least once in your life, to buy land because they're not making any more of it. Guess what else they're not making any more of? Bitcoin. I'm not going to say anything else about Bitcoin other than I like it. I like it a lot, and that's why it's my number one crypto investment. Now, for my second highest investment percentage, we have Solana. It's super fast and it has really low fees. I also believe it's home to the best crypto apps right now and has the best developer community for future apps. I love that they have real world assets like real estate and stocks that are coming to Solana. Now, people may have been turned off. I know I was when Solana was first popular or really coming up in the last crypto bull run with FTX, but I believe that it's currently in a great state and I really like it. It has tons of attention from Pump Fund and President Trump launching his coin on the chain. And I believe it's going to continue to grow and succeed because I believe they have a great ecosystem right now. And I almost forgot to mention the thing that I do after I purchase Solana is I actually move it to Infinex, INFINEX, which is a project that is advertising on Kaito, which I'll talk about later. But there they have liquid staking from a lot of the more popular staking protocols on Solana, so you can quickly choose which protocol is paying the best APY. Third, we have Monero, which I have loved for as long as I've loved Bitcoin. It is a truly secure and private coin. And I mean, just look at this headline. The government hates it, the exchange delists it, yet still Monero has prevailed time after time. I firmly believe privacy and security will only grow more important in the future. That's why I put a percentage of my crypto investments into Monero. Fourth is Polkadot, and now I'm not actually investing in Polkadot individually, but there is a little bit of exposure in the way I'm doing this. So what I'm doing is on the Polkadot chain, and it's called Hydration Net. What I invest in here is a stablecoin pool where I offer liquidity to them by putting in USDT, which is a stablecoin, another one aside from USDC, and it's been offering 19% APR. Now you might read that and be like, so that's a low risk, yet you're getting such a high APR. That sounds like a scam. That's what a lot of people have told me too. But this is from hydration.net, which you can look up for yourself. And the Polkadot chain has actually decided to give about $60 million to hydration.net to distribute over the coming months. So this money is coming from that money that the Polkadot voters have allotted to hydration.net. Next up is Kaito, and I know it said Kaito at the beginning. That's because I'm staking the Kaito. And the reason I'm doing that is because you can get airdrops and rewards from these new protocols and projects that are coming out and using Kaito to promote themselves. As I mentioned earlier, when I was talking about Solana, you see right here, Infinex, this is something that I actually use because they offer very simple switching between chains, and I use it to stake my Solana there. And they also have a pretty fun game called Bull Run where you pick 5 cards that represent cryptocurrencies and you try and pick the ones that will perform best over the next 24 hours. But getting into Kaito, it's basically mainly on, I believe it's only on Twitter actually for now, but you just comment about these projects and you get rewarded for using, talking, making insightful new comments about it, and things like that. You are getting rewarded to try out these new protocols. Lastly, we have Hyperliquid, which is the home of leverage trading and the billion-dollar bet that saw a trader go from up about $90 million to down $26 million, where he's asking people for donations, along with having one of the best airdrops ever for retail by not allowing venture capital to get into their chain. I invest 6% of my crypto money into here, and I split it up 3 different ways, an equal percentage to each one. First, I buy Hyperliquid and stake it. That's a third. Then the next third is providing liquidity again with USDC this time into the Hyperliquidity protocol, which is essentially like you're a market maker and you're able to invest in them. It's about a 7% APR, not the best. But the third thing I invest into with Hyperliquid, and I made a short video on this, which is using their new thing called HyperEVM, and I put another third into here, and I get up to 100% plus APY here, and I use something called HyperSwap, and I'll link the video going into that above. And not only does that provide a great APY, it's also setting me up for another possible Hyperliquid airdrop specifically for these HyperEVM tools. Thanks for watching. Let me know below if you want me to go more in depth on any of these coins or why I invest in them. And also let me know if you have any questions.